good, Commanders fans? I got my all-black jersey on. Shout out to my guy, Brandon. Shout out to my guy, Brandon, my former co-host with Locked On Wizards, co-host on Bleacher Report as well. That's my guy. He got me this jersey for my birthday, so I appreciate him for that. That's my brother right there for sure. So I'm showing clips in the beginning of the video, so you won't see my jersey until probably like the 3 or 4 minute mark. But the first clip is showing Jaden Daniels throwing the touchdown pass yesterday to Jeremy McNichols. So you kind of see how much of a dot that was. Him moving outside of the pocket and throwing a nice pass to Jeremy McNichols on the sideline for a touchdown and red zone drill. So, but all right, we're going to start this off with what Dan Quinn had to say. And then I'm going to talk about Tyler Stallworth, the defensive tackle. They brought him in for a workout yesterday. I mean, he could just be a camp body, but I do want to acknowledge it and talk about it just a little bit. But I guess the main thing that was talked about today was Emmanuel Forbes. Dan Quinn said that Emmanuel Forbes is 15 pounds heavier than what he was a year ago. Then after practice, he clarified and said he's actually 17 pounds heavier than what he was a year ago. So, I mean, they said the website has not updated it yet. The website doesn't have to update it yet. I know last year in the draft process, some places, some websites said he was 160 pounds, which is really, 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 really light. Especially when you're going up against big receivers. I hate to always bring up A.J. Brown, but it is what it is. A.J. Brown, DJ Moore. Who else did he struggle against last year? Struggled against Brandon Ayuk too. Brandon Ayuk on the lighter side as well. But when you're going up against big receivers, you know, you gotta be able to have some physicality to you, and him gaining some type of weight would certainly help for sure. Now, Sam48 said he's skeptical. Forbes weighed 166 pounds at the combine, not 160, so 166 pounds at the combine, and it's listed at 173 on the roster and 180 on the team website. Now, the team website, like I said, has not updated just yet to be current. He said he doesn't look 185 to me, but maybe he is, and it's just hard to tell. It's difficult to say whether or not it's true short of Emmanuel Forbes stepping on a scale in public. So, you know, we saw the picture. I brought this up yesterday where he took a picture with a guy who was a camper. He was probably a teenager. That's what he looked like. He was taller than Emmanuel Forbes and bigger than Emmanuel Forbes. And Emmanuel Forbes, it looked like he had toothpicks for legs or pretzel sticks, and everybody's making the jokes, the SpongeBob. Somebody photoshopped SpongeBob's legs on Emmanuel Forbes, or like pretzel sticks on his legs and stuff like that, hockey sticks and whatnot. People making their jokes. So, you know, I'm not going to joke him like that. You know, we'll see. But people are saying he's looked more aggressive in practice. John Keim said he looked more aggressive yesterday. So I'm intrigued to see how he improves. I always talk about how Joe Witt Jr. helped Trayvon Diggs improve. Dan Quinn helped Trayvon Diggs improve. Look at Deron Bland for the Cowboys. He had a good year last year as far as turning the ball over and forcing turnovers. So can that translate to Emmanuel Forbes? Can they help him improve and play much better than what he did last year? And John Keim says, regardless of how much Emmanuel Forbes now weighs, he looked more aggressive in coverage Thursday versus Terry McLaurin. And John Keim talked about that yesterday. So we'll see. All right, so let's get the play-by-play here. First interception of training camp goes to a sliding Mike Davis. Snagged a low throw from Jaden Daniels. That is Jaden Daniels' first interception that he has thrown so far in training camp. Good play by Michael Davis. I mean, we need our corners to step up and improve. Last year, it was an underwhelming year just by the secondary as a whole. Do you chalk it up to coaching or just the secondary not being good? Ben St. Juste was getting cooked left and right. Emmanuel Forbes was getting cooked left and right. We just struggled stopping the pass, stopping the run, whatever. We were just bad stopping the pass. We were awful. I don't think Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio put them in the best situations to succeed either. And the DB's coach was a guy that I think never even played college football or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, that Jack Del Rio hired. But moving on from that, Michael Davis, coming from the Chargers, had a down year last year. It's like even odd. Like he has one good year, 1 year. Next year he has an underwhelming year, and then the next year he has a good year. So I think this year is lined up to be a good year for Michael Davis. So it's like even odd, kind of like Madden's. Like I feel like Madden's were better in odd years, like Madden 2005. I know I'm going back like 20 years now, but Madden 2005 was like one of my favorite Maddens. Then it would be like 2006, and I'd be like, oh, this was a meh Madden, you know. So maybe that's just how he is, you know, odd, even, you know. I think you guys get the point there. But I think Michael Davis is a talented player. We'll see what happens. But he kind of looks like he may. I think it's a 55% chance that he's the starting corner day one between him and Ben St. Juste, and then Mikey Sanders still in the nickel. And then Emmanuel Forbes, we'll see if he starts, and he may just come off the bench. But You know, as long as Emmanuel Forbes comes in and improves, but we'll see what Michael Davis does. I'm kind of 50-50 on Michael Davis. I'm a wait and see approach on Michael Davis. All right, Linnell Willingham says really nice jump cut from Brian Robinson on a huge run. I think Brian Robinson will have a really good year, and actually, want to give a quick shout out to Price here. They actually bumped his rushing yards from like 500 rushing yards on the season to 725 or something like that. So it's hard for me to take that, but I think he should get that. But my picks, as you guys know, shout out to Price Picks. 100% deposit match up to $100. First-time users. It's legal in Virginia. It's not legal in Maryland yet. Use my promo code REAL@Oliver. You get 100% deposit match up to $100. My picks, of course, is LeBron James getting over a point or a half a point on Sunday versus Serbia in the Olympics. And then, of course, Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to throw over 17.5 passing touchdowns. He's going to clear that easy. Sam Howell had 21 passing touchdowns last year, so I think Jaden should easily get that. And then Terry McLaurin, of course, not over 925.5 receiving yards. He gets 1,000 yards. He had 1,000 receiving yards 3 seasons in a row. So those are my picks. Use the link down below in the description. Shout out to Price Picks on that. All right, Linnell Willingham also says Jaden Daniels showing off wheels for the first time this camp. Kept on his own read and was a blur. We already know what Jaden's going to do running the football. He's a dual threat quarterback. We saw what he did last year as the Heisman. That's what's going to really help this offense. Using his legs and his dual threat ability, for sure. Zach Selby also says, seems like the offense is prioritizing runs to start the day. Nice plays by B-Rob, Austin Eckler, and Jaden Daniels. Still really early, but this run game could be a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, and Jaden Daniels is going to make guys better. Like, he's going to make B-Rob better. He's going to make Eckler better. I don't want to compare him to other quarterbacks, but we see usually when you have a dual threat quarterback, the running back, you know, benefits from that. Alfred Morris, look at how much he benefited from RG3. Lamar Jackson, running backs have benefited from the dual threat ability of Lamar Jackson. Even Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, and DeAndre Swift had good seasons, benefiting off of the RPO run pass option. So that you guys get the point there too, is that running backs are going to benefit because defenses are going to have to account for Jaden Daniels as a runner. You know, so and that's why GMs are scared to death of Jaden Daniels and what he could be. Rookie safety Tyler Owens and rookie cornerback Chiggy Anuzium are not practicing today, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it's not much of a setback. These are guys that are going to be fighting to make a roster or even the practice squad, so hopefully they can get back on the field as soon as possible. Also, Jaden Daniels bouncing back nicely from the interception. Has been sharp during 7 versus 7 work. Ball did not hit the ground. Nice completions to Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin, and Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson did have a drop later on, but it's good to see that Jaden's getting some chemistry with Terry and Jahan already. Linnell also said Marcus Mariota has looked rough here during 7 versus 7 work. Legit throwing the ball in the dirt on 2 straight reps. So I don't know what's up with Marcus Mariota. Now, I know last year, Philly fans, Eagles fans were complaining or kind of, you know, going in on Marcus Mariota in preseason, how bad he looked and stuff like that. That's what I remember last year. Marcus Mariota, we know what he is. He's a dual threat quarterback. He's more of a triple option quarterback. He looks his best when you're running the Navy triple option style offense, in my opinion. Like when we barely beat the Falcons 2 years ago with the left hand up, Deron Payne tipping the pass, and we got the interception. Kendall Fuller called the interception. Like he was moving the ball. Like he was moving the offense and marching the field on us and actually throwing passes down the field from time to time. But I think Marcus Mariota, if you're going to be, and we don't plan on playing him a lot, he's supposed to be the backup anyway. But the point is that, you know, the only time he's really going to be successful is when he's in a dual threat offense, a triple option offense, in my opinion. So he has not looked good so far in camp from what I'm hearing. All right, a pair of drops from Jahan Dotson and B-Rob in practice. So Jahan, you know, he had a rough year last year with that. He didn't have a lot of drops, but he did have some concentration drops. The Eagles game he had a drop. The Falcons game he had a drop. The thing with Bieniemy is that whenever Jahan made a mistake, he would be in the doghouse. So we can get any targets after that. And, you know, that's one thing with Scott Turner. Like, if Jahan made a mistake, like, he would still go back to Jahan. Where this year, we'll see what Cliff decides to do. Like, if Jahan drops a pass, is he going to continue to target Jahan Dotson and still try to get him in a rhythm? That's the question mark there. So, like, if he makes a mistake, Bieniemy put him in a doghouse and did not go back to him at all. So, Jahan does have to clean that up. Brandon Ayuk has been at 49ers practice, so keep an eye on that. That's all I'm going to say about Brandon Ayuk. Tyreek Castro-Fields had a nice breakup. He's been running with the twos as an outside corner per Linnell, and he's drafted by Adam Peters. He's somebody to watch. So good play by Tyreek Castro-Fields. Serge the Shooter also said Daniels in 7 versus 7, so decisive, the ball coming out quick and stride each time. I have not seen a late rep yet. So Jaden Daniels balling once again, man, looking really good in practice. Tyree Castro-Fields with a pass breakup on a pass intended to Zach Ertz. Jaden Daniels was with the first team during 11 versus 11. Marcus Mariota had first team reps as well. Brandon Coleman took first team reps at right tackle. So keep an eye on that. Some people said they did not see Andrew Wiley out there today. Linnell said he's not sure if he saw Andrew Wiley out there today. Trent Scott also got some work at right tackle as well with the first team. Cornelius Lucas was at the left tackle spot with the first team with Brandon Coleman taking first team reps. So they're trying to get him on the field. Andrew Wiley most likely is going to start. But they're just experimenting right now. So that is intriguing to see Brandon Coleman on the right side of the offensive line. But yeah, we'll see how the competition goes with Brandon Coleman versus Cornelius Lucas, and Trent Scott's involved in the competition, it looks like, as well. Linnell also says, nice job by Brandon Coleman moving his feet versus Frankie Louvu in a pass rush situation. He's got good feet. So that's good to hear that as well. Let's see what else. Sam Hartman hit Olamide Zaccheaus up the right sideline with tight coverage from I believe Nick Whiteside is from Surge the Shooter. Next play, he got one off in the flat to Davis. I think that's Davion Davis. So Davion Davis made a catch, and Olamide Zaccheaus made a catch from Sam Hartman. So good to see that Sam Hartman's making some plays out there as well. Nicky Terrell said the same thing. Like Olamide Zaccheaus made a great catch on the sideline from Sam Hartman. So I don't think there's anything else there. Brandon Coleman getting some reps post-practice with OG Bobby Johnson, the offensive line coach. That's from Mitchell Tischler. Lots of these coaches are staying after getting extra working with their guys. So good to see the rookie Brandon Coleman getting extra work after practice with Bobby Johnson. And then Sam 48 just saying, once again, rough stretch from the first team offense. Marcus Mariota has been out of rhythm and dirted a couple throws. Drops by Jahan Dotson and Brian Robinson. So, yeah, I don't know if it's Marcus Mariota throwing bad passes or just Brian Robinson dropped the pass, like having hands like a snake, or Jahan Dotson dropped the pass to having hands like a snake, or was it just bad ball placement by Marcus Mariota? So, we'll see what happened. I don't know what happened, but, we know Jaden Daniels is supposed to be the starter. He is going to be the day one starter. So not getting too caught up in Marcus Mariota not playing well, but, you just never know what happens where in a pinch, you may need the backup to come in, and you do need a serviceable backup. So should they have kept Jacoby Brissett? Did Jacoby Brissett want to stay? That's neither here nor there. But they decided to bring in Marcus Mariota. So it is what it is on that for now. All right. I think that's about it for today, guys. Like I said, Tyler Stallworth, he played for the Chiefs, came in for a workout yesterday, played for the Colts, was signed to the practice squad by the 49ers last year. Adam Peters was, of course, was on that in the front office. He did have 3 sacks with the Colts in 2021, and he had 12 quarterback hits in 2021 as well, 16 tackles and 4 tackles for loss. So that 2021 season, he was impactful, played in 16 games, and had 1 start. So Tyler Stallworth, he's probably just going to be a camp body or a guy on the practice squad, especially with Johnny Newton coming back, John Ridgeway as your backup, and then, of course, Jerron and John Allen. But, F.A. Obata is injured. He's on the PUP list, so maybe that's why they brought Tyler Stallworth. And he is, how old is he? He's 28 years old, from Mobile, Alabama, went to South Carolina, 6'2", 300 pounds. And let me see if there's anything else, any other information about Tyler Stallworth before I wrap it up here. UDFA out of South Carolina, has appeared in 58 games with 4.5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss. He has less than 80 snaps over the last 2 seasons. And he was awarded the Unselfish Teammate Award twice at South Carolina. So that's the write-up on Tyler Stallworth. We'll see if he makes an impact anyhow on the practice squad. His agent tweeted out yesterday that the Washington Commanders brought my veteran client, Tyler Stallworth, in for a workout today. Said he looked great, and we will be keeping in touch. So just some news to keep in there, just something to keep an eye on with possible transactions. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Basically wrapping up, Brandon Coleman playing a right tackle with the first team. Cornelius Lucas playing left tackle. What happened with Andrew Wiley and Emmanuel Forbes gaining some weight. So we'll see if that translates and helps him out during the season. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Have a good weekend. How's Commanders? Peace.